Justin Tucker has this all teed up. And we're off from Jacksonville. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Go! Go! 13, Luke! Luke! Silver!
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45. First down, and they go right back to him. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43.
Hey, kill! Red on red.
Whiteout's getting involved in the ground game. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Working quickly here.
The tackle made back at the 48-yard line.
11, Agate. Here we go.
2nd and 15. Has him on the quick hitter. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Tyreek Stevenson getting up to track that one down.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one hits for 30, and that's a Jaguar first down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Offense up to the line fast.
11.
Lawrence in the pistol. Escapes the pocket. And he won't escape. The Bears take him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Bend. Even good defenses, great defenses in this league, Kate, they're going to bend at times, but you never want to break. And when you get a sack in the red zone, well, that goes a long ways to helping your efforts.
On the jump.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Now Lawrence. On the move, headed right. And this is going to be incomplete. Great looking catch, but he lost track of that sideline and went out of bounds. We've got 4th down. Evan McPherson lining up the field goal try. This is a 35-yard look from the right hash. Butker knocks it through. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Second down now, 7 to go. Out of the gun, here's Williams. His first throw is an interception. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick six. Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jaguars go up 10-zip here in the first. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. After the pick, here's Williams. Hits his target, that's DJ Moore.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Taylor gets it on first and 10. Jukes one defender, and he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Motion man sent left. From the 40 on 2nd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Whatever could go wrong for him so far certainly has. And so many times when we see a QB throw an interception early, it just starts to get in your head. That little seed of doubt, that little thought that you got to flush of, oh, what's going to happen next? Because then you hold the ball, and you hold the ball in this league, and you get sacked.
They kick the running back in motion. 3rd down, here's Williams. Throwing the out route complete. And out of bounds right at the 40-yard line.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Trying to push this past the marker. And this one doesn't go far. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs. The Jaguars in a good starting spot for this drive. Coming up, 1st and 10.
Heavy.
Here's a give up the middle. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Bears will take over as he records his first interception of our season. 2nd down, they go pass here, and it's intercepted to kill the drive.
And that is one way defensively to get your teammates off the field. That was all about anticipation. Great move there by the defender to take it away and put his offense on the field.
And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
2nd down carry for Taylor. And he takes it across midfield and into Jaguars territory. Give him 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7. They just get the play off. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. The rookie from Georgia has it. It's a big... Back for the second quarter. It's Jaguar football.
Go.
They're set up with it after the pick to end the first. Okay, the wide receiver's going to get it to begin the drive. And the defense not caught off guard at all. They track him down after a small gain.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Yeah, it's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
Lisa 24. Silver.
And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. That play good for 17 and a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Lone back gets the handoff. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Easy. Read it, 44. Read it, 54. 11, Agate.
2nd and 13. Short pass brought in. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Going after, up and good by McPherson. And the Jaguars take a 3-possession lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Williams. Hauled in left side. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Taylor now up the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Completed over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Williams on the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact. It gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. This is up. The ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play.
You're using this play to try for a 1st down, but also set up whatever in your back pocket for 3rd down. But you know what? Throw it all away. None of it matters now if you can't hang on to the doggone football. And the defense pounces on that one in a hurry.
Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Frankie Luvu there for the tackle. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
A 4-yard pickup, and they're just inches shy as we reach third down.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on a 3rd and short.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Complete out to the right side. And they make the tackle at the 38. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Receiver gets it again. Man, they're keeping him busy. Oh, what a hit. Jars the ball loose. Bears pick it up, headed the other way.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security's at a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Throwing now, following the turnover. He's on the move. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And that's a touchdown, at least for the moment, Brock. But there's a flag out there. I think that they might wipe this one away. McPherson to add the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Jaguars make it a 24-point ball game. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Back to the air following the pick 6. That's to the sideline, and it's a catch by Watson. And he'll be across midfield and close to that 45 before going out. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
First down, Williams. That one's complete, right side. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. They gain 14 on the play. And that's good for a Bears first down. Williams from the gun. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down. Sticking in the air, it's Williams. That's brought in. It's his back, Jonathan Taylor. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout, so that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. First down throw by Williams. Escapes out to the left. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. This one intended for the running back. And now it's 2nd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
On target to his man Taylor. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler, gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
No luck finding his receiver that time. And that'll bring up 4th and 3.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Williams will look to throw. Looking right, and he finds him. And this one won't get close. They make the stand and force that turnover on downs. They've got blackjack on the clock. Not a ton of time to use before halftime.
Hey.
Looks like they'll play it safe with a run to the outside. And the reverse call pays off. Some decent yardage before he's brought down. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Huard, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. It was Andre Cisco who hauled him down there. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Here's 2nd and 7. Flush down out to his left. It's taken in by Rome Odunze. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Escapes the pocket. He loses the football. Jags pick it up.
I think the defense would have just settled for getting off the field with the takeaway, but they add a nice little present onto the end of it for their teammates who start this possession with much better field position.
They're set up at the 35 now. On 1st down, they'll run. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. A type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Hey, Lion, Silver.
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. He's contained at the line for no gain. Play made by Deron Payne. No gain on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 7.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Let's see what they draw up on these 3rd and 7.
Kill.
Lawrence working from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Heavy. On red.
They'll try and punch it in. Punches it in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars push their lead further to start the half. McPherson to add the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars grow their lead yet again. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Taylor. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. That one's incomplete, couldn't connect.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. That one's cut along the left sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains. 1st and 10 after that last highlights. They're at the 30. Working from the gun, Williams. Finds him over the middle. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. From the 20 on 2nd down. Moore's got it. And he'll go down here at the 16. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down. Now here's Williams. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Cade on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Man in motion out of the slot. Williams throwing again here on 2nd down. Toward the sideline, and he's got more. Nothing doing there as he gets out of bounds back to the line. And it's a nickel set from the Jags on this 3rd down. Williams to throw. He's on the move.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Offense going for it here. 4th and 5.
Let's go.
Moore going in motion left. Williams throwing on 4th. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Hey, run.
Here's a handoff up the gut. This is ahead for about 5. Jalen Johnson with the stop. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Decent 24.
Back-to-back carries here. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Play made by Deron Payne. They manage a single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4.
Hey, go, go. Go.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
Go.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Forced out to his right. Complete out to the right. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
Take right open. Here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Let's go.
Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. Throw reeled in by Thomas. And he's brought down after a short gain. Offense in the hurry up here.
Go. Same right.
Here we go on 4th, Lawrence. He's got it to his running back. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You just got to love that angle, right? It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off a first down.
13, Lou. Hey. It's hot.
Another give to the wideout. Man, he has been busy.
It just feels like any time this guy touches the ball, it's a big play waiting to happen. He could be lined up wide or when they use him as a runner. If someone doesn't get a hand on him quick, he's gone.
Hey, Lion.
Running for the marker on 2nd. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or 2 short of the 25.
Oh, man, these are the kind of plays you can't wait to get on film and watch the next day. Look at the fellow pass catchers. Look at the guys getting out in front, helping on that screen pass. Get your player in space, your buddies do the rest around you, and a big play follows.
And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
They'll come up 1st and 10.
On red.
Another carry for him. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
It's on the turf, the ball's out, he lost it. Bears pick it up, headed the other way. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. What an incredible drive they had authored, Brock. But all that progress, well, pardon the pun here, just fumbled away.
Yeah, I couldn't say it better myself.
Williams to throw on 1st. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. It's the 2-minute warning here in Jacksonville. Bears just want to get out of here with how this one is gone. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 34. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further.
Look at the quarterback's eyes. He's looking. He's trying to find a lane of some kind, but there was nowhere to go. And he was lucky to get back to the line before that defense closed in.
Taylor makes the catch. Continuing to move past the 45. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
First down, Williams. Still on his feet. And a man is there to knock that away.
Well, I'll tell you what that deflection is all about is following the quarterback's eyes. DB knew where that throw was going. With that intuition, he's able to get a hand on it and send it right out of bounds.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Williams from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Now throw in the direction of DJ Moore. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Sticking in the air, it's Williams. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Able to get it to Moore. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure that drives right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing on.
First down throw by Williams. Working the sideline, that's Odunze. And he's out of bounds right at that 25-yard line.
Well, that one came with a high degree of difficulty. Had to balance focusing on the catch, keeping those feet in bounds.
Let's go now. Go.
2nd and 3. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. 3rd down coming up. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short? Off the play fake, Williams. 5. Oh, the football's loose. Jets pick it up. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
3rd down, you could see he may have been trying to simply do too much to help his side. It loosened his hold on the ball and gave that defense a chance to knock it free. Instead of facing 4th down, they're off the field completely.
And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Go. Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Room to work at the 35. Has room down the left sideline. Touchdown, Jacksonville! The Jaguars continue adding to an insurmountable lead. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
So the Jaguars come away with a win in this one. And if they could play at this level every time out, well, their coaches would be happy as they could be. Total team effort, a dominating victory. So for Brock Huard and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Jaguars as we bid farewell from Jacksonville.